Welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans, or if it is your first time here, well then thank you for stopping by, and there it is. There's Flo's amazingly handcrafted base, and yes, as of this moment, it has never lost. Not one loss. Now, of course, I realize that this is not just because of the base design, but also you have to throw up a pretty good attack in the meantime to not lose. And I didn't have any one-star attacks in these last 10 defenses. But this base, man, I'm telling you, I have attacked this base myself without a great deal of luck. Now, in tomorrow's video, or the next Clash video I put out, we will probably show what was a very solid attack against this base, a high percentage 2-star. But for now, opponents just confounded getting defeated left and right by this base setup. And also, now you guys need to realize that a low 50-something% 2-star is generally not enough to win these days. The meta really has it set that if you want to consistently win, you probably, at the higher Builder Hall 7 levels anyway, you probably need to be scoring in the high 60s, or at least the low 60s, to win more than 50% of the time. Now, this attacker came forth with a pretty solid strategy, Bomb Arch, but these archers, not ideally timed. They run into a giant mine right there. Also, the barbarians and the battle machine get in too late and can't help save those archers from destruction. Now, I have called this strategy the onion peel strategy. If you want to look back in my videos and see a tutorial and some really good examples of this attack strategy of using the barbs first, getting them in, peeling back the base to the point that you send in the archers, and then with perfect timing, sending in the last of the barbarians and the battle machine to help keep the archers up. It's much like keeping cannons up. If you can keep the cannons or the archers up in an attack that also has barbs, you're probably going to have a big percentage success rate. That attacker, not so much. So, alright, let's show defense from the air. This would be pretty close to how I would try to attack this base, and I've run into similar struggles in that you can get the Builder Hall from this angle pretty easily, pretty much every time, but percentage, it's deceptive here. It's hard to grab that second star for 50% or even well into the 50% range simply because of all of the structures that are going to be on the far side. Here, the battle machine goes in a little bit early. I can see what the attacker was shooting for here to get that battle machine in before things were focusing on it, but it's just not going to be enough. You can see 3 minions remain, 35% damage at this point. It is a long road to a second star. And again, even the second star, not usually enough, especially at this level, to grab the win. You can see the battle machine is pathing off towards the crusher, and that is not going to end well for the battle machine. The minions are going to come in from the right, grab a couple more structures, and you can see my opponent just about grabs the 50%. Even at a 50% 2-star, it would not have been enough, and we grab another of the 10 wins in a row, completely undefeated with this base, you guys. It has been going really well, and again, from the ground we saw with barbarians, from the air we saw with the dropships and minions, and here we're going to see a slightly different attempt with just mass archers. A lot of players having some success with this. The fundamentals are there. He's going to pick off those outside structures with archers. He's going to open the top of the base up with the bombers and use that access to get a few archers in to grab the first star. But again, it becomes a story of getting the damage, getting the second star. I do have a bit of an advantage right here. Pay to win. The fact that I have maxed out walls does make it a lot harder, I am going to admit. And yes, maxed out walls, super hard to get unless you're using gems at this point in the game. So yes, he's battling against those walls at the bottom. Again, at the top with the bombers, he probably should have, could have, would have saved one bomber to open up an area of another wall rather than just up at the top here. But you'll notice he's going to use all 4 bombers at the top, and I don't think that was the right move, because he will get through this wall with 1 bomber to go. Here you go. That's bomber number 3, one-shotting the wall. So path open. You're going to go ahead and be able to get to the Builder Hall with just archers at this point. But instead, he's going to widen that area with the 4th bomber, where I think it could have gone down. Oh, wait. Okay. He did drop it down at the bottom. You see that? All right, Galadon, good observation there. He did drop the last bomber at the bottom like you're supposed to. But apparently, Flo's base is that good that that wasn't even enough to get the job done. I don't know how I missed that in the first time I watched this. But there goes the first star. And again, 29% damage. Long ways to go. Was that the right spot to open up with a bomber? I don't think it makes a difference. I think that you maybe needed another opening off on the left-hand side. Sometimes archers can punch through walls on their own if they're deployed out at the corners. Not sure if that would have worked here. In any case, he's got the battle machine left. He's got that maxed out archer group. Well, he's got about 8 left at this point. And it's just not going to be enough. They're going to get in there. They're going to get some percentage points. But the guard post, big key right here. Check out the guard post interfering with the battle machine and with the archers and working their way in. But check out all of those defenses. Dual double cannons is just too much. That and the archer tower, the single cannon off to the right, the roaster. Way too many units. We fast forward through the final seconds because there's no chance that Sverre 33, it looks like a Swedish clan, is going to get it. He ends up with a 45% 1-star, and we chalk up another victory. As we go to the log, you'll see that it was a solid day of attacking and defending. Didn't leave any stars ungrabbed as I 2-starred every single base. I think I tripled 1. So yes, it was teamwork, Flo's base and my attacking, and we ended up with an undefeated record. Thank you again, Flo. This base probably only going to work for a couple more days, so give it a try if you guys want to. Otherwise, thank you so much. Suggest bases, send them to me on Twitter at Galadon Gaming. Come to a live stream for a chance to spin the wheel of gift cards. In the meantime, just have a fantastic day. Be kind to other people. Spread a little more kindness in this world because we need it. And I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon, I'll spin your wheel.
Peter, what does that even mean?